Hey friends, just got the new D2 DTF printer from HTVRONT and I'm trying something new with it today. I'm going to transfer onto wood. First things first, let's get off the plastic and tape. And here we're going to get rid of this metal stabilizer. This was used for shipping to keep everything from moving around. Let's take off this other one too. So when you get an HTVRONT product, you always get an awesome quick start guide that walks you through the setup process and gives you barcodes to link to videos that take you step by step through the instructions. This box has everything you'll need for maintenance and repairs. Here we have ink, cleaning fluid, DTF powder and film, cables for power, a USB cord, and we have the film cutting tray and brackets for the film that we print on. Let's install the film tray. This just hooks into the front of the printer. This is used for keeping your image flat while it prints and for cutting it off when you're done printing. Working on the back of the printer, let's put on the film bracket. Remove the bottom two screws on each side, making sure to keep them, and then match up the holes on the bracket and secure it back in. Next, we'll add the bar to the roll of film. Just remove the plastic end caps on the film roll and replace them with the core adapters. Slip in the rod and tighten them with the screws and Allen wrench that was included in the maintenance and repair box. Place the film on the bracket with the arrow facing the printer. Remove the sticker and gently push it to the front of the printer. Here on the front, we're going to lift the levers on each set of the feed wheels. This will allow the film to push through easily. When the film is lined up evenly, push the levers back down to keep the film in place. Time to add ink to the printer. This can be messy, so I'm suggesting you wear some latex gloves. Also, grab a pin and paper towel. Unscrew the top, poke it through a folded paper towel to make sure that you catch any ink before it squirts all over the place. We're filling the white ink first, then black, cyan, magenta, and finally the yellow. This is the waste ink cartridge. You definitely want to keep an eye on this because you don't want it to overflow. Now that the ink is filled, it's time to install the software. You can find a link for it in the quick start guide. You will need a PC for this, and you do need to set up an account to install the software and install the driver for the printer. Just follow the prompts. It's super easy. If you've ever worked on a computer, you know how to do this. Now we're connecting the printer to the software. Just click Add Device and then select the D2 printer from the options shown on the page. It will walk you through the steps and tell you when to connect the machine with the USB cord. Click on the gear icon, then General, and click on the ink filling feature. This happens quickly, but I'll show you where to look while it's filling the ink. By the way, this takes less than 30 seconds. Next, we want to go into the maintenance screen and click on Clean. This will get the ink into your printhead, and near the end, it will print a nozzle check pattern. If you don't see breaks in the lines, you're good to go. If you do see breaks in the lines, you can clean it again until they're perfect. Finally, we're going into the machine calibration screen. Calibrate the Y-axis. You'll print out a set of calibration patterns. The best one should be 0. If it's other than 0, put in the number and print it again. Repeat the same process for the Y-axis. Okay, we're ready to start printing. I've created a ton of PNG files for this project already, so I'm going to upload them to the canvas one at a time and arrange them to size. And then I'm going to turn them into one image. Basically, I'm gluing them all together. Just select them one after the other and they'll connect to each other. Now that they're the right size, I'll click Add to Task and print my first images. I've sped this up a little bit, but I want to say this printer is super fast, much faster than any printer I've worked with. Here it is. I'm creating a few of these art dolls, so bear with me while I add another set. Here you can see that I can crop each image so that it fits onto the canvas. Now that I have my prints, I'll add some DTF powder to the backs. DTF powder is the adhesive that sticks your image to a substrate. It's flexible adhesive, so it works beautifully on knits and woven fabrics, and fingers crossed, it's going to work on wood. Next, we're curing the DTF powder in the curing oven. Turn on the curing oven, press the thermometer, and then set the temperature with the plus and minus buttons. Next, set the time with the clock button and the plus or minus buttons. I'm going to cure my prints for 160 seconds. Add the print face down and close the lid. The curing oven will automatically start the timer and beep when it's cured. When it's cured, you will have an orange peel texture on the back. And here they are, almost ready to iron on. First, I'm going to cut them out to get the shape and then trace the shapes on 1/2 inch thick plywood. Trace around the images, leaving about 3/8 of an inch all the way around. Next, cut some fabric rectangles big enough to iron on the images. Choose something colorful and fun. Cut out the plywood and make sure your image fits on it nicely. Here I'm using a scroll saw. Now we're ready to press. Lay out the fabric on your heat press, place your images in the center, then add a Teflon sheet over the top. I'm pressing for 20 seconds at 320 degrees. These transfers are cool peel, so wait until they've cooled down to remove the plastic. I really like how they look on these interesting fabrics. Here's something I've been wanting to try for a while. I used to make these with water decal transfers, but these DTF prints have much more color. Place at least 2 cutouts on the heat press with the transfers on top. Cover with the Teflon sheet and press. This works perfectly. If you want to make a wooden sign, this is a great way to do it too. Finally, to make our stuffed Frida dolls, we're going to stitch 3 layers together. 2 layers for the top and 1 layer for the backing. I'm using 2 layers for the top because the cotton is thin. Simply stitch around the image, leaving a 1/4 to 3/8 inch border around the edge and leaving a 2-inch hole at the bottom for stuffing. Once the dolls are stuffed, stitch the opening closed and cut around the dolls with pinking shears. There you have it, my first project with the new HTVRONT DTF D2 printer. Gotta say, I love the speed and quality of this printer. HTVRONT always comes out with an amazing product. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll make sure to leave links in the description for everything I used today. I'm going to leave a link to everything I used for this project in the description below. Thumbs up if you like this video, leave me a comment, and I will get back to you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to press that notification bell so that you know I have a new video. If you want inspiration that I don't share anywhere else, follow me on Patreon. And if you want even more inspiration, grab one of my craft books. I think you'll like the Big Ass Book of Crafts Volume 2, and I'll see you real soon. Bye everybody.